Homebuyers, Coach Clarence, better known as the Mortgage Man. Here we are, the final 5 questions the first-time homebuyers wish they had asked before they bought their homes. Let's get it in. Let's get into it, folks. How's everybody doing? All right, question 16. When you buy real estate, it's not like buying a car. Real estate comes with closing costs. These are expenses above the purchase price of your home. Closing costs may include fees for lenders, attorneys, title search, title insurance, taxes, and other costs. We always detail these costs in your disclosures right after you do an application, so there's no surprises, no bait and switch here. Here's some important notes about closing costs that you need to be very aware of when you get your loan estimate. All mortgage loans have closing costs. If you see an ad that says there's no closing costs, those are very deceptive and will likely surprise you in the end when you get to that closing table. Like, what is this? They didn't say that, right? We are required by federal law to give you a detailed estimate of those loan fees. That is in the loan estimate, okay? Your closing costs can be paid by the buyer, the seller, the lender credit, or it can be gifted. There are many ways to cover closing costs. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. All right, question 17. Remember, we talked a while back on another episode about your monthly house payment. And I said that the lender collects money each month to pay for your taxes, your homeowner's insurance, all that can be part of your payment, okay? Well, they take that money and they put it aside in what's called an escrow account. Each month, you make a payment. Part of that money goes towards your taxes, your insurance, and is set aside so that when these bills come due, the lender can pay them out of your escrow account. That's good because a lot of times people may forget to pay those bills and we don't want you to get in default. Okay, remember we collect 1/12 of your annual insurances and taxes in your monthly payment, okay? You'll see that as an escrow account on your bill. When that bill's due, we transfer the money from your escrow account to the tax entity or the homeowner's insurance company. All right, here's something important that you need to know. You always get a copy of your tax bill and your homeowner's insurance. If that's already coming out of your monthly payment, you don't need to pay it. It's just so you can have a record of what's happening and you can see that those bills are being paid, okay? That's the lender's responsibility, and that's why we escrow those or take those out of your payment, okay? Just remember you're only getting a notice as a homeowner. All right, escrow accounts help you by budgeting payments each month so that you do not receive a huge, large bill and that you can't pay. So we factor all that into you qualifying, so that's done. Most lenders require escrow account because unpaid taxes have higher lien priority over the mortgage. That means if you don't pay your taxes, they get first in line to get that money back before us, the lender. And so we don't want to lose our lien position. So that's why they do that, okay? That's one of the reasons. Also, make sure your home is paid so that if something happens, gets burnt down, gets broken into, there's an insurrection, whatever, we can make sure that the house gets paid back and set back to where you bought it. So that's the important part about having escrow accounts. So it's very important that you know that most loan programs require you to have escrow accounts, but you can get programs that do not require you to have it. It depends on a lot of different factors. Again, that's another video for another day. All right, next question. Question 18, we're getting close here, folks. Stay with me. Once you apply for a home loan, there's a lot of action going on behind the scenes. So I keep my buyers, refinances, people I'm doing, up to date by sending them texts during the process. Just got your appraisal, just got your title. This is going on, that's happening, okay? Meanwhile, the staff is busy verifying the information on the loan application, ordering your appraisal, determining the value of your property, ordering title work, make sure your home is free and clear. So when you close, all this is compiled into one big file. That's your loan file. You'll hear people say loan file. Once we have all that information needed, we then send our loan to the underwriters for final approval, okay? If they need any other documents, you'll get a call from me. Hey, I need this. Hey, can you tell me about this? That's when I call and bug you and say, can you give me that? Okay, if there's nothing needed and everything is in the file and it's all good and clear, which we always strive for, then we go to clear for closing. I'll text you and say, hey, you're clear to close, okay? Once you're clear to close, we schedule your closing and you become a new homeowner. All right, question 19, getting close, folks. Just like the lender has responsibility during the loan process, you do as well. There's things you can do that can screw this whole process up. So the best advice I can give you right now is to keep things the same as when you applied. If something happens or you're not sure, ask me and I can tell you how it may affect your loan. Don't go make any major decisions without running it by your loan consultant. Okay, here are some really quick tips. Don't change your jobs. Don't become self-employed, okay? Stick to your lane till this loan closes. Do not acquire more debt, like buying a car, furniture. Even if there is 0% financing for a period of time, that's still gonna affect your debt ratio. People get excited, I got a new home, I gotta go get all this new furniture. Now you just add it to your debt. We now have to reapprove you. Do not run up your credit cards. Do not let anything fall behind. Remember, stay where you started in the application process. Do not spend the money you have set aside for anything else for closing, because we will still verify that you have that money right before close. So again, don't get no new shoes, don't buy the new ring you saw. Do not apply for new credit, change your bank accounts, make any large deposits that can't be explained, because then we're gonna have to ask you about it. You're gonna get a call from me and I'm gonna go, what's up? Do not agree to co-sign or co-borrow with anyone on any other loans during this process. That is the simplest thing you can do. Follow these tips and you'll have a stress-free home buying experience or refinance. This applies to refinance too. All right, the last question in this series, number 20, we made it, folks. All right, the time has come, okay? It's time to do your final walkthrough of your new home that you're purchasing. You're excited. You can smell those keys coming, right? The final walkthrough happens right before closing, and it gives you a chance to re-inspect the home before you close, since there's been some time since you first went into the contract and the seller is moving out. Now, this is not the time to look for new problems as much as it is to see if these conditions are the same or have changed since you first did your first inspection. So you're basically looking to see if there was anything that was supposed to be fixed. Is everything normal? Did the roof fall down? Is there terrible carpeting? Whatever it takes, you want to make sure that's how it is, okay? Check the floor to the ceiling. Make sure there's no damage. This is your walkthrough before you buy. And make sure that if there's any problems that the seller agreed to fix, that they fix them, okay? And then that makes this part of the contract complete. Okay, then, so make sure, again, as the last final reminder, that everything is how you expect before you close, because after it's all closed, it's all on you, baby. Buy as is. You know, you see that with cars. It's as is. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. You've learned something. And again, rewind them back. And if all else fails, give me a call. All right, I know you guys have things to do other than look at this mug. Go have a wonderful day. It's Coach Clarence, the Mortgage Man. And remember, results starts when you do.